Okay, let me do a quick review at the beginning of this video, like a quick 1 minute review real quick. Story, this was one of the adaptation of one of the strongest, darkest plots on JoJo Part 5. That is the introduction to JoJo Part 5 and what it's gonna be about, so that is amazing. Art, aka art style, animation, it is consistent, and for so far, it has been part amazing. If this keeps on, best animated part. Also, a lot of people will complain about the color changes. Now we have those. A lot. At least in the fight between Giorno and Bruno. Voice actors, no complaint about them. I love them. Every single voice actor feel like they're a voice actor of those specific characters. It feels like if I met those characters in real life, that's the way they're gonna sound. And I'm not even exaggerating this. It feels like that. I feel that, homie. I feel it. JoJo's Bizarre Adventures Episode 2. So yeah, let's get into the actual review when I talk about the things around the community, how JoJo went and what happened in today's episode. Hashtag greatness. Also, the opening was amazing. Play the clip!
Fighting God.
What's up, guys? So yeah, I'm gonna talk about episode 2 of JoJo's Bizarre Adventures Golden Wind, aka Bento Rayo, aka JoJo Part 5 episode 2. And this episode was just one of the best I have seen. I don't know what's about this, but I enjoyed this to a very personal level perhaps. Not just because we got the opening. By the way, if you haven't seen the video of me talking about the opening and reacting to it, then you should, because hey, it's Golden Wind. But also because this episode was absolutely amazing. I personally am a huge fan of episode 1 of part 5. Episode 1 of part 5, for me at least, is easily the best first episode to start a JoJo part yet. And as much as I love that episode, this was something different. Every single thing I expected, no, scratch that, everything that an episode needs, this episode had it. I honestly am one of those people who praises part 5 to a very high acclaim, but also I am one of those people who is really optimistic about the anime. By that I mean, if something is bad, I'm not just gonna say it's good, but there is nothing to say about. This was just fantastic. I will just say this. I know in this kind of reviews, quote unquote reviews, I don't really like, or I don't really talk about the source material because I already read the manga. I'm just treating these episodes as an anime adaptation, only, but the source that is given for these episodes is so strong that not only to me, but I feel that everyone is just reminded how good Araki is in writing and characters. Especially after part 4. I think every single character written after Yoshikage Kira, which is the main villain of part 4, Araki has a tendency to change something, like just a little bit of the character, which not only makes him special compared to everything, but just an amazing character to see. And this goes for every single part in JoJo. Okay, let's just talk about this episode as it goes. It started with Giorno's backstory. I don't really know about you, and I don't really care about that, but it's still very big of me to mention that Giorno's backstory is one of the best backstories to a JoJo in the series. I not only believe this myself, but I believe this to be the right written way to say that Giorno Giovanna is the best written JoJo that is animated so far. His backstory is so sad, and this episode serves two purposes for me. One of them is to prove to people who didn't like part 5 because they read it from the old translations and they don't really want, or better say they didn't want to get into the new translation, which we'll color later on, and those people always attain that tendency to hate on part 5 everywhere because they think it's a bad part because they read the old bad translations of the part, and those people are changing their mind. I see people saying how expressive Giorno is in emotions and stuff and how much he talks. Why, by the way, I will just say this, he did as well in the manga, but the only difference between manga and anime is one thing: anime is easier to follow, so people who don't really read can follow the anime. So yeah, Giorno is an amazing character in the manga and now in the anime for those who don't really understand the manga. manga. Going on from that, this also proved to people who think that JoJo is all about the memes, all about the hype, all about the bizarre. No, JoJo is about more than that. It's about characters, story, and basically every single thing that you can praise the story about to the fundamental level of creating something amazing. JoJo has that, and this episode proved that JoJo is dark, because this episode was dark. The source material is dark. Giorno's backstory is honestly sad, and is honestly amazing. Everything from those shots of Dio Brando standing above Giorno and Giorno's just picture, to every single explanation they give to Giorno's backstory, to the pictures they show to Giorno growing up later on, to every single second of Giorno's backstory, going from the time he saved that gangsters, going from the time he met that gangster, going to the time when he had other experiences. Every single thing of that is done in the anime that makes me say, wow, part 5 is actually amazing. And I always thought that, but it's just something that stays in my heart for a while now after the anime, and it's honestly now pinned in my heart, and I always will say part 5 is amazing. I think that the part 5 anime is one of the best things to happen to JoJo, period. For me at least, I find this to the same level of the anime getting confirmed in the first place. And I mean, when the first adaptation of the anime from David Production got announced, I wasn't there to be part of that, but for me at least, part 5 has the same impact, because we're going in the territory of manga world for JoJo, where everything goes from good to great to a masterpiece, eventually. By that I mean part 1, 2, 3, good, very good to great. Part 4, 5, 6, very good, amazing to masterpiece. Part 7, part 8, gold. Okay, I probably should have said something else, because gold is like the theme of part 5. Okay, let's just talk about part 5 now. After the backstory of Giorno, we get to the fight between Giorno and Bruno. I'm sorry, I haven't read the part 5 manga for a while. As much as I praise it, it's been a while, and I don't remember being this good. I honestly don't. I always enjoy the first chapters of part 5, but this was something that just blew my mind. I was like, did they change it completely? And I wanted to look up the pages. I was like, yeah, this was here. It's just that I just got passed through that, and I remembered it all, but it's something like the anime for part 5 is one of the best things to happen to JoJo, because the fights are so good animated. I'm saying that the manga will always have something special, but the fights animated are a blast. You can understand everything better, from Giorno to Bruno's stance. By the way, Sticky Fingers looks like he's amazing, and Zipperman, he's clean. Golden Experience Direct looks so far the best animated stand, and we are only starting with part 5. If this keeps up to the last episode, part 5 is really about to be one of the best anime adaptations ever. And as much as I praise JoJo because I love it, when I'm objectively talking about JoJo, I usually keep a way of me talking that doesn't include my love for JoJo personally. But I will honestly say that objectively speaking, part 5 anime so far is great. And I'm not only saying this because I'm supposed to say this, but I'm saying this because I mean this. And I love part 5 anime, especially episode 2. Like, if you saw this episode and you for some reason are here without watching the episode, I love you. Thank you for watching this. Please do me a favor. Please do me a favor. If you use Facebook, you're kinda old, but please, if you use Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, whatever, go there and say thank you, David Production. Thank you, David Production. You gave everything from Jonathan to Giorno to Zipper Boy to Golden Experience. Yes, you gave us Zipper Boy. I love you, David Production. I love you, Rocky. No matter what you say, JoJo is always gonna be one of those franchises when I'm fully invested on, no matter of the outcome I get from it. That's pretty much it about this video. I can talk more, but I honestly just want to say this. Episode 2 was amazing, and please say thank you, David Production. I don't know why, but I just feel a need to thank you, David Production, for making this amazing anime. That's about it. Thank you for watching. Please follow me on Twitter if you enjoyed. Subscribe with notifications on so you don't miss any newer videos and all of that good stuff. Watch some of my videos at the end of this video when the annotations goes past. Thank you for the support. Adinplore is signing out.